In today's video, guys, I'm going to be showing you a new set of custom tactics and a new formation that I think will help you guys really well at holding on to leads and also dominating games very, very comfortably. This is a team that we used to get rank 1 in FUT Champs playoffs. With this new formation and custom tactics, it works really well. And I want you guys to stay for the entire video and some very important things during the custom tactics and instructions that you're going to want to know to make sure you get the best ranks with this formation and you apply this formation really well in-game. For cheap FIFA 23 coins, make sure to check out MMOEXP.com to get fast and reliable coins, and make sure you use code VIPER at checkout, get yourself a 5% discount. Starting off, guys, of course, with this formation, we're going to need 4 attackers and 2 midfielders. Our 2 midfielders are Acuna and Kovacic. Our 4 attackers, of course, are Messi, Mbappe, Alejandro Gomez, and Angel Correa. I really like to have at least two 5-star skillers in my team. We've also got a 5-star weak foot in Alejandro Gomez, which is really nice to have. We have a really good passer in Lionel Messi, one of the best passers on the game and can turn bob and weave very quickly. And then Angel Correa, who's really good for the outside foot shots, similar with Messi and Alejandro Gomez. But guys, this formation does work really well. And the things that you need to learn about this formation is you need somebody up front who's got a bit of strength to him and is really, really fast. We've got that with Mbappe. And you want to try and have 2 5-star skillers, as I said. Try and get a 5-star weak foot in as well, but make sure you have a really good pass, and we have that, of course, with Lionel Messi. Just before we get into the video as well, guys, I wanted to let you know that I now have a clips channel, Vitalization Clips. We're going to upload all sorts of things over there, reactions to new player cards that come out, big packs like the icon picks, etc, etc. Throwbacks as well from the previous years of FIFA. But guys, if you want to go check that out, it's Vitalization Clips. Lots of stuff will get uploaded over there, so I'd highly recommend you go over there and subscribe. And guys, we're also going to be streaming again soon, 9 AM UK time, probably on Saturday, playing champs, all of that kind of stuff. A lot of you guys say you want to see my gameplay. If you guys want to see that, come over to twitch.tv/Vitalization at 9 AM UK on Saturday, and you can have a little goosey gander at the way I play and how I get my rank 1s. With that being said though, guys, let's get into the custom tactics. So guys, it is the 4-2-3-1, a formation that's really, really good on new gen to start off with. We're trying to feel out your opponent. A formation that's really good at holding on to leads with on both new gen and old gen, and that's where I'd say it's really good on old gen. Switch to this formation if you're in like the last 20 minutes. You're trying to hold on to a lead. This formation gives you a lot of outlets, a lot of positions to hit when you're under a lot of pressure. You've got lots of options. You've got the 3 cams there, the 1 striker, and the striker is very important because you want him to be able to hold up the play when you're holding on to a lead. So having somebody like Kylian Mbappe, who is not the best in the air, but is relatively strong and is decent in the air, will definitely give you that outlet as well. If you can get someone like Eric Cantona, Voller, for example, would be really good in that striker role, but I really like Mbappe, so Mbappe's up there for now, and he is on stay central and get in behind, and the reason for that is the no stay forward. I've explained this a few times before, but the no stay forward is to help you drop a little bit deeper and have the striker, kind of help out in midfield a little bit more and drop a little bit deeper to receive the ball as well, which is really important and works really well off player locks and stuff like that. If you want to see a tips video on some of the things that I've used to get myself to rank 1 on this FIFA, make sure you drop a like on today's video and that will come out in the next few days as well. But stay central is important. You've got your width here with Alejandro Gomez and Correa, or your Lam and Ram, and then you've got Mbappe who wants to stay central and get behind for them over the top balls, and how good through balls are as well. Utilising that with the getting behind there is very important. As I said, somebody who's able to hold up the play decently, decent in the air as well, is really important for this formation. More specifically on old gen, because this formation is used as a hold-on formation on old gen, and then on new gen, it is one of the best formations to start in a sweaty game, for sure. Probably on old gen as well, but I've only used this on old gen as a kind of drop deep and defend formation. Haven't really used it on old gen for anything else, but on new gen I use this quite a lot to go into games and try and dominate the possession and dominate the play against a tough opponent. As we move on to our cams, guys, we've got Messi on stay forward and stay on edge of box for cross. Now, Messi has the best outside foot shots on the game and some of the best finesse shots on the game, so you don't really want him in the box, right? He's there to be on the edge. He's there to play the good passes. You can do a power shot with him if you need to. He's really good at just staying on the edge of the box, finding the last pass, or looking for that finesse shot, outside foot shot, or power shot. So that is why he's on stay on the edge of box. And the stay forward is because he's essentially like a second striker / centre forward, more than a cam in this formation for me. And this is how your middle cam should be as well. I really like to have players that are 5-star, 5-star in this position, but Messi is an exception to that because of how good his shooting and passing is, which allows him to play that role really well, to deploy the ball really nicely off to the 2 wide players and to Mbappe on that getting behind works really, really well. Ram and Lam guys are both on comeback on defense and getting box for cross. Now, the reason we have them on getting to the box for cross here because they're wide, and when you do get them wide, you know, Correa's trying to cross it, you've got Gomez in the box, vice versa on the other side as well. Gomez is going down the line, Correa's getting into the box. You've also got Mbappe there, and then you've got the option of Messi on the edge of the box as well. Gives you 3 really good options. I guess 4 options if you count the player that's trying to cross it or get to the byline. And this formation is the byline breaker. Once you get down to the byline here, and you look for that cutback, you've got so many options that it always works, especially if you're player locking as well. We'll go into more detail with the player locking shortly, but I do want to make a separate video on player locks because it is really, really broken how good they are this year, and you should all really, really learn them. So guys, that is the attack sorted. Let's now move into the CDMs. First of all, we've got Marcos Acuna, who I do allow to go forward. He is on cover centre, and the rest is on balance. That's because I want him to get forward. I want him to get involved in the attacking phases. I want him to get onto the edge of the box again because he's got really good outside foot shots. And he's got a really good pass to him as well. He's able to get up and down really quickly. He's an awesome player. You did really miss out if you didn't do this card, but he is really good in that role. Next door to him, we have Kovacic, who is actually my CDM, and I really like a CDM like this. I really like Yaya Toure and players like that as well. But the thing I like about Kovacic is his dribbling is insane. So once he gets onto the ball, he's not going to lose it so easily. He doesn't have the best strength, but he makes up for that with his dribbling. And his defending stats are actually really good as well. The cut passing lanes on him is kind of to help the fact that he's got no strength. He kind of gets in front of the player already with the cut passing lanes, and that works really well from an AI side of things. Stay while attacking is pretty self-explanatory, right? You want that on one of your CDMs in this formation, and he is there to mop up the play essentially and find a good pass out, and then just stay deep, right? He hasn't got good shooting. There's no point in having him go forward. Yes, his passing's good. He can still utilise his passing from deep though, and that is the way we want him to be there. Cover centre once again because you've got the cover from the fullbacks and the Ram and Lam, so you don't need to put them on cover wing. That is for both the CDMs there as well, guys. Make sure you follow that there. And our 2 fullbacks and this formation are on stable all attacking and overlap. The overlap on this one, instead of the inverted, is because this is a wide formation. You want them to overlap, you want them to get closer to your Ram and Lam, and that is why we have them on overlap instead of inverted or balanced in this formation, guys. Works really well. The instructions are great on this formation. I recommend copying these to a T, and then we'll go into the custom tactics now. Let's see what they're like. All right, guys, so as we go into the custom tactics, actually, we have got the 50 width and the 60 depth here. Now, I haven't changed the defensive style, build-up play, or chance creation yet. These are not how they set up in-game. I just want to go over the numbers first. So, with the 50 width on this one, defensively, once again, as I've told you many a time before, you don't want this to be too narrow, because if you drop it too narrow, you're going to get hit down the flanks, and it's going to be bad for you. If you put it too wide, what's going to end up happening is you're going to get hit down the centre against diamond formations and narrow formations. So you want to have this on absolutely balanced at 50, and that is the way you set that up all of the time. Never, ever, 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 ever change that, okay? That is something you want to keep on 50 no matter what happens, no matter what you do in game. Make sure you keep that on 50. 60 depth for this one as well. And you guys know that I like having a higher depth on this game. I like having this above 50. Don't really like dropping it below 50 or 45 as a maximum. And the reason for that is because I trust myself with manual defending. If you don't trust yourself manually defending, maybe drop this down to 50 or 45. But 60 is for if you have fast defenders, very aggressive defenders, and you trust yourself with your manual defending. I like to manual defend quite a lot because I want to get the ball back as quick as possible. I drag my centre-backs way out of position. You shouldn't probably do that. But if you are confident at manual defending, put this up to 60. As I said, if you're not as confident with manual defending, drop this to 50, 45. No lower than 45 in my opinion, because then you're inviting too much pressure on your back line. So with that being said, guys, we've got the 60 depth there, and we've got the balance here, but that is not how that sets up. Then we've got the 60 width. Now, this is a formation where I actually have the width higher. This is one of the only formations I use that isn't a narrow formation. And the 60 width on this is because you want your Ram and Lam to stay wide. You want them to be the outlet wide, and you want to be able to get on the byline. That is why we have the width on 60 here. That is the reason for it. No other reason other than that. Nothing to do with the midfielders. Nothing to do with the striker. Nothing to do with the middle cam. It's all about the Ram and Lam here and making them stay wide and being able to sprint boost past the fullbacks and really beat the fullbacks quite often with this higher width here. So that is why that's on that. 6 players in the box is an absolute standard for me. I like having this on 6 because you get lots of options in the box. It means your entire attacking line will be in the box. You know, Mbappe's always going to be in the box anyway, but Messi's going to stay on the edge, and your 2 cams will definitely be in the box, and you might get Acuna or your more attacking CDM getting into the box from deep as well, which is really nice. Corners and free kicks is completely up to you. I don't like going over this very much. Corners and free kicks is just completely standard. 2 for me on the corners because I have my own corner routine. Sometimes whip it in, usually go short and look for the trivela shot or a power shot. So that is why we have that on 2. Works really well for me. And you don't get hit on the counter-attack with 2 on corners, which is nice. Free kicks, once again, just up to you. I mean, I don't get too many free kicks outside the box this year, strangely enough. So having this on 2 is just pretty damn standard for me. All right, guys, so when we move into the actual plans for this formation, I want to quickly say that this is a very vanilla formation, right? It's very, very simple to play. 2 CDMs, back 4. You've got a cam. You've got 2, essentially a right mid and left mid, and 1 striker. So every in real life team sets up, okay? So with this formation, I've tried press after possession loss. Don't really like it. Constant pressure, of course, is not the one. Nor is drop back. Balance is really good, but so is pressure on heavy touch. And the reason this is really good is because it's essentially a gegenpress, but it's not as aggressive as the press after possession loss. You're only going to get the press once somebody's taken a heavy touch. And there are a lot of heavy touches on this game, especially on new gen. So the pressure on heavy touch is really good and very effective for that, right? So many heavy touches on this game, dribbling. This happens the most when they're trying to play out from the back. So you play it into a centre-back, it's gone wrong, the team presses completely, very, very hard, like a gegenpress, and it's really, really nice. So having the pressure on heavy touch is one that works best for me without being too aggressive, but still allowing you to have that bit of press when needed. And then we've got, for the build-up play, we've got fast build-up. This is really good for counter-attacking, which you'll get a lot of in this formation. And lots of options in this formation to make the counter-attacks work really well. Lots of passing opportunities, lots of players in good areas. The fast build-up is great for that. And of course, is my favourite thing on this game. I love the fast build-up. I think if you learn this, if you've got good reactions, fast build-up will win you games on its own. You get so many options going forward, and if you're quick at passing, you've got good tiki-taka, the fast build-up is absolutely king on this game. Let me move into the chance creation, guys, and if you know anything about me and the way I play this FIFA, direct passing, once again, wins for this one. And direct passing's really good. Plays into the fact that you're playing fast build-up as well. And allows you to have lots of very pingy passes. Lots of very ping-pong passes, which is what this game's all about, essentially. This game is very arcadey on both old and new gen. So having this on direct passing will allow you to have lots of options and have lots of passing options. And be able to ping-pong the ball very, very nicely. The best tiki-taka formation on the game, with the best build-up play and chance creation for that tiki-taka, makes this formation absolutely brilliant. Not only for defending, but for also attacking as well, guys. Let me know if you do use it. Let me know what you think of it. But guys, if you did enjoy today's video, make sure you leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell to never miss a video. But guys, that's going to be it from me for now, so take care.